The Salt Path is a strange one for me. Um, there is something to be said, especially coming after the Ballad of Wallace Island, how we see spikes really in the British independent movement of character dramas and quirky films and films of human spirit. What's so interesting is that this really contrasts the other side of that kind of storytelling to the Ballad of Wallace Island. The former being much more about um, funny characters, light interactions, internalized storytelling, and there is some of that. But whereas that's much more leans into comedies of manners, this is much more about perseverance and about the human condition. And so, yeah, I went in a little trepidatious about the Soul Path, thinking, oh, is this going to be a very tried and tested story style about two people who are struggling through external turmoil and internal conflict whilst overcoming a challenge that they have set for themselves in the manner of other films of that ilk, when in fact there is another level to it, another layer. The fact that it's based off of a memoir possibly adds that added level of grittiness to it. Jason Isaacs and Gillian Anderson both just give these real, raw human performances of two people who have hit hard times and decide to do something unconventional about it in their desire to walk this long road whilst managing the Jason Isaacs character's illness, and whether that will become unmanageable during their journey or whether to some degree that they'll find a reconciliation not between them but within themselves. And it really shows a great love story of two older people who, despite the odds, love each other and rely on each other in a way that's mature and heartfelt. It is a really interesting film in that respect, and though it does go in the way that you would expect, having seen the trailer or even just seeing the premise of the film, it still gives you a story that you're interested in because it is about the people and it is about the spirit of people in a wider sense. But once you start to invest in what their lives are like, it makes your desire to see them succeed all the more, and I think that really is what carries the film. As I say, it has two absolute rock solid performances that I think really are quintessential to the film's success, and I think therefore it is a solid middle of the year film in what is about to be the blockbuster corridor. So I am a little surprised and pleased with how good it is.